Hey guys, this is Mike from Woolly Bug. It's Monday, June 12th, and I am on the Big Pine Creek again. I was just here a few weeks back and was successful at Black Walnut Bottom, and I'm up here again for an annual fly fishing trip that I go on with some friends of mine from college and some other times in my life. And this is the 14th year in a row that we've been up here doing this. So time flies by, but we typically come in mid-May when the gray foxes and March browns are still coming off, but this year we pushed it into June a little bit. But because of all the rain we've had in the spring, the fishing is still excellent. And this morning we were on Ross Run Access, and I just took the water temp. It's about 66 degrees, and I'll tell you what, there are fish rising everywhere. It's about 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using here. So guys, I'm using my Scott G2 today, and I'm going to be dry fly fishing today. I'm going to be moving back and forth between two patterns and see what these fish are taking. This time of year in June on Pine Creek, you'll see these fish rising, and it may look like they're not taking anything because the flies that they're after are not very large. And when that's the case, it's very possible that they're taking either an emerger or a dun pattern on a very small blue-winged olive, which you see the pattern matching that on the right, or a very small sulfur fly. This blue-winged olive pattern that you're looking at is on a size 20 hook. The sulfur is on a size 18, so they're very small. And these actual mayflies, when you see them, they're just very difficult to see. You really have to be right down at the water level, but the fish will just pound these things in early to mid-June. So that's what I'm going to be tying on here. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to go out in the water here for a little bit and see if you guys can see some of these fish that are rising out in front of me. I mean, there's so many and it's so consistent. These are mostly state stocked fish, but look at all these trout rising out here. There's one. It's a nice rainbow on the squirmy. We had to change up from the dry flies because it just wasn't happening on top today. I had no idea what those fish were taking. Oh, there's another one. I thought these fish were done eating after that. Wow. It's a pretty nice looking rainbow. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good one. So guys, there was an epic hatch here this morning. I don't know what these fish were taking. Me and like 4 or 5 of my friends were down here fishing. We tied on so many flies, emergers, dry flies of all different types of mayflies, and it was just really frustrating. They were taking something really small, still not sure what it was, but now that they shut down on the top, I just have kind of come back through this section where all these fish are rising, working a squirmy wormy dropped off a pheasant tail, and these fish are just hammering these things. It's unbelievable. It's like lunchtime, it's noontime, it's getting close to like probably 85, 90 degrees, and these fish are just hammering these squirmy wormies. It's pretty cool. But I just caught this nice rainbow here. Oh, there goes my rod. Oh, there's another one. Looks like another rainbow. Oh, there's one. It's the first brown trout I caught here at Ross Run today. So we jumped back here to Ross Run this evening. It's about 7 o'clock. There wasn't much topwater action happening up at Slate Run. I did catch about a half dozen underwater on nymphs. But I'm out here with John and Steve now at Ross Run. Trout are rising pretty consistently. We're going to be trying dry flies. Let me show you the slate drake pattern I'm going to be tying on here. So guys, these are the two patterns I'm going to be switching back and forth between. The pattern on the right is a rusty spinner. It's a mayfly spinner. Easy to see in low light conditions with those big white wings that are translucent. And then on the left, I have a slate drake parachute, the real long tails. And there are slate drakes coming off right now. Don't know if the fish are going to be on them or not, but these are the two I'm going to try. And we'll see if we can get into these fish that are rising out here. There he is. Took it right on the top. And you know what? That's a much larger pattern than the flies I'm actually seeing here. I got that at the Feathered Hook up in Coburn, PA for fishing slates on Penns Creek, but it just worked. Looks like a rainbow came up for it here. Kind of a subtle take on the surface. He just kind of came up and sipped it under. Nice looking rainbow. So he just took the drake, and I mean, he literally inhaled it. I mean, it's like in his mouth all the way. So I'm gonna have to try to perform some surgery without injuring him. If not, guess we'll have to cut the line. But what a fighter. Oh, that was a nice take. That fish literally like barrel rolled on that thing. It's like another rainbow. Another fish that fell for the Slate Drake parachute. Pretty colors, good fighter. That's how I keep my flies dry. There it was. Slow take. He literally just kind of cruised up and bit it. Guys, there you can see the slate drake in that fish's mouth all the way down in. Completely inhaled it. Nice rainbow. That was on the slate drake too, right? Mm-hmm. Nice fish. There he is. Tell you what, these rainbows fight hard in here. Holy cow. cow this fish is fighting. Fat fish. Alright guys, we're calling it a night. We had fun fishing the Slate Drake Hatch here on Big Pine Creek down at the Ross Run access. There's a ton of fish in here. Great trout fishing for mid-June. And you know, with these cooler water temps and all the rain we had in the spring, it's going to be great fishing the rest of this month. There's a ton of fish. Get out, check it out. Up here on Pine, with these high temps, it was 92 degrees a day, so it was really great fishing this morning from like 9 to 10:30. Great dry fly activity. And then again in the evening, once the sun's down over the mountains here, it heats up again for about another hour. So if you get a chance, come out and check it out while you still can before the summer months of July and August get the water temps up above 70. But thanks for watching, and click the subscribe button below, and I'll catch up with you next weekend. Wow, look at that brown trout. That was a good one. That's a nice one, guys. That's the one I've been looking for all day. I saw him swimming in this riffle. He's really nice. Really nice fish. Let's hope the 6X can hold him. Guys, you are never going to believe this. So 3 weeks ago, I came out to Black Walnut Bottom with a couple of college buddies. We were just doing a weekend trip, and I was fishing this riffle out here below the boat launch. And I was catching a bunch of rainbows, and I saw a really nice trout come up and swipe at my squirmy wormy. And I had him on for a couple of seconds, and then I lost him. And we were up here for our 14th annual trip this week, and I had an hour here before I headed home. I came back here to target this riffle in the middle of the day. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and I was swinging squirmies, wasn't getting anything. I saw a fish rising on the far side. It looked like a good fish. So I put on a Slate Drake parachute on a whim, and wouldn't you know it, I catch the fish that 3 weeks ago I had on and lost. And this is just a gorgeous German brown trout. It's probably one of Tom Finkbinder's fish. Guys, I can't believe it. I came out here hunting big trout today. I came back to Black Walnut Bottom where 3 weeks ago I saw this fish in a riffle, and I found him rising, believe it or not. And man, what a gorgeous brown trout. Just an absolute monster. Look at the, you can see my fly, the Slate Drake parachute in his mouth, but just an absolutely incredible brown trout.